And hello, everyone, and welcome to another Triple Threat. Long time no see.
Hey,
And I'm here, Big Daddy V, and to my right, the California Kid.
how y'all doing?
And after today is the Pike, who's celebrating a birthday today.
Happy birthday, Pike!
Enjoy yourself, Pike. Don't party too hard. We want you back in one piece. Well, a lot has happened since we've been gone. A lot of people got injured. A lot of people been debating on how WrestleMania is going to look now that the big man John Cena has been dealt a really bad blow. John Cena got injured. Was it right after he came back on that Raw?
Yeah, it was game. Yeah, he got taken. It happened right when he got back. About right. Yeah, just about right when he got back almost.
So now WrestleMania is kind of looking kind of bleak because not only has Randy Orton went down with an injury, but John Cena is now out and he's definitely going to miss WrestleMania. So you got Cena, Orton, Cesaro, Kid, and now
Banks.
Sasha is out with a concussion, but she might come back before
We
WrestleMania.
hope.
But I mean, it just kind of makes you think about if what Punk said was true because all these stars are getting injured right before the big main pay per view.
Yes. It's the way, like I said, they're the way they well, over the years, over the last couple of years, they've really upped the intensity of the matches, which is good. But at the same time, injuries have occurred, and you wonder about the WWE medical staff. Like you said, CM Punk said that some of their evaluations were kind of false because he was saying they'll just tell you that to get you back to work, but try to squeeze it out of you. But you wonder though, like even with John Cena, the fact that he came back, who evaluated him? It's just like and we begin to worry about Daniel Bryan too, who is supposedly cleared now.
Yeah, the news is that Dan Bryan went to another doctor, and apparently they cleared him too. So we don't know if he might be in the Rumble or not, but remains to be seen. And also to add to the list is Nikki Bella, who injured her neck. Apparently, they said from reports that she got injured by doing her what you call it, the rack attack,
Yeah,
and it affected her neck so much that she can't wrestle for her now. But it's just weird, and it kind of makes you think about what Punk said in his interview, because now all these wrestlers are out and hurt, and a lot of them are saying that it's the shoulder. So you just got to think, what the hell's going on in WWE with their medical staff.
yeah.
But we wish all of them the best and hopefully for a speedy recovery. But let's get to the topic at hand. So far into the Roman regime, it's been kind of a letdown. I mean, WWE's trying. I mean, they brought back Vinnie Mac to help in the storyline, but
It it got him okay with Roman Reigns. It did having I think like I said I was my only solution to the Roman Reigns split audience issue before was just like having the authority just trample him for 3 months straight until the fans finally turned. But then they found WWE being very smart, figured out a more classical and traditional way of getting someone over, and that went to the fact that we can get this person over by just having him punch Mr. McMahon. What easier way is there to get a face over than having them just sock Mr. McMahon in the face? And it worked apparently. So then the audience got behind Roman. However, I remember telling people this, like, Roman Reigns just got over. I don't see him as WrestleMania main event material, and he's over, but he's not the best.
He's not the superstar status.
He's not
Like,
money yet.
he's not money.
I don't think he's money yet.
Yeah.
I think it's good that they managed to get him over, but he's a long way from being money.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have anybody to make him credible. I mean,
Yeah.
no disrespect with Sheamus, but Sheamus is not what you call a guy that can
No.
get somebody over.
Sheamus
I
is a good
mean,
worker, but
a
he's
good.
just not
I
a.
mean, the good example of how bad it was that promo they did together, which once again they had Reigns go out with that rockabye
Yeah.
promo again, and the whole tater tot comment, which was just brutal, and it just killed both of their feud. It killed a feud.
There's no okay. For one thing, here's the problem with this. Like with Sheamus, Sheamus is not a general in there. He's a good worker, but he's not a general from what I've seen. And I'm thinking like you have Roman Reigns. What Roman Reigns needed was to continue to work. Like they could have. He really needed somebody. That's why I think the rumors have been going around about WWE. And right now I'm going to say the rumors, but we all know that they just signed a couple of people. That's why WWE I think has been signing new people in because now desperate times calls for desperate measures. You're heading into WrestleMania, and you don't have a draw. Like Roman Reigns, although he's over, he's not a draw yet. He's not a WrestleMania level draw. For a main event. Whoever is in the main event of WrestleMania has to be the highest possible draw. So that's what they're going for. So tonight is going to be crucial.
Yeah, but I guess they couldn't put the belt back on Brock,
No,
which to me would be the one big idea if they could. So they had to go with Reigns, and with Seth getting injured, you know, I know it's the last minute decision, but somebody like Sheamus isn't gonna help much to get this guy over and keep people interested in watching them. And then you put this faction, the League of Nations, together, which is a good idea,
it's a
but
good idea, but
they
it's
just got not that many good players. I mean, Del Rio, if he wasn't bound by WWE, he was like he was when he was with Lucha Underground. I would say yeah, but ever since he gotten back, he hasn't been as good as we saw when he was away from WWE. And then you have Rusev, who was in the doghouse because of Lana, and him trying to do promos and all that hasn't helped him as much because he's pretty much in the same boat Roman was in last year with promos. And Barrett, he's hurt. He can't do nothing, which is like 4 or 5 now for Barrett. And like we said,
he's
Sheamus, he's not that big for people to care about. So to put these guys together, try to go up against Roman and try to get him over is just a mistake. And you can kind of see why they brought Vince in now.
Vince is their biggest hope right now as far for that. But then, like I said, I think now they realize that and they're taking other steps now. They have to really start making other steps now. But see, that's the thing, though. Like, it just makes me wonder why they came to the conclusion that this would work. I don't know why they
I
thought this
think
would
Vince
work.
still in that mindset, like, I can get anybody over. I mean, but Vince needs to understand, of course we all know about Austin McMahon, and yeah, it was very popular, but that's because of Austin and Stone Cold Steve Austin. They tried the same thing with Cena. It didn't work. It was, bad.
Cena's just a company man. He's not someone that can get
No,
that
I mean
over.
like they try to do the whole Cena versus Vince McMahon thing, like they can do it again. And I'm like, no, it worked for Austin because Austin was a badass. Austin was against the
Austin
authority.
Austin didn't do scripted promos.
Yeah,
Austin got out there and legitimately the material they put out then was a lot more edgy. Like, see, that's the thing.
Yeah, it was edgy, but the problem was Cena wasn't Austin. Cena wasn't
No, no.
rebel. He wasn't like the fuck you, fuck the authority.
No. Cena,
Cena was
Cena
like,
was like New. Cena was like New England, New Hampshire, freaking Connecticut looking. Maryland.
I'm a well,
Yeah,
good boy. Now if it was somebody like Punk or Dean Ambrose, you kind of see it and you kind of like, okay, this might get over. But it just was a bad fit for Cena because Cena's not that character. No matter how hard Cena would try, he would never get over with the fans because they wouldn't believe it. And it's kind of like the same thing with Roman. I mean, they tried to do the same thing with him, try to be the Cena character. But when you look at Roman Reigns, he doesn't look like a Cena type. I mean, he's like when he was in the Shield, he was the silent, aggressive, muscle guy type. Dean was like the loudmouth, crazy motherfucker, and Seth was the brains of the operation. And like other people said on other podcasts, why can't they do like what WCW did with Goldberg? Have him be this bad. He doesn't have to say shit.
They kept him talking. I don't know why they wanted him to talk.
I mean, I understand why they want him to talk,
No, he shouldn't talk.
But he shouldn't talk. Let him go like somewhere and like practice his promos off screen. Then, when you feel like he's confident enough to do it, then you get him to talk. What they should have done was like, did like what WCW did with Goldberg. Have him come in, beat the crap out of people, leave. When someone try to talk to him, he walks away, don't say shit.
Because nobody, like I said, the Goldberg formula has not been overused. It's only been really pulled off successfully once. So this was the time, like they could have had Roman come in. They could have, even when you look at that first promo him and Vince had in the ring, that first time they met when Vince showed up on Raw, that was working because that to me was started working for the most part because most of that promo Roman didn't say anything. Roman just made faces at Vince. But I would have liked to have Roman just keep a blank face and just silently just resist him. And Vince just get more intense and Roman just look at him. Roman shouldn't have said a word during that promo. They could have scripted that when Roman just looked at him. And Roman one thing is Roman kind of oversells too. Like, okay, the incident in which which he attacked Triple H and beat the crap out of Triple H. Okay, you beat the crap out of Triple H, and what they're trying to sell to us is that this is a real like situation where Roman's really upset and frustrated. But after you've done that and you're leaving, I don't think you realize how effective just leaving is. Why is he playing the fans? Like why is he throwing up taunts on his way out? No, you just leave. People don't understand how effective that is. And I don't think WWE's forgotten the effectiveness of having someone come out with no music. Like he comes like on Raw, the next Raw, instead of coming out to any music or anything or coming out of the audience, he should have just walked out there and said nothing. Silence is powerful, man. Like people, I think they've forgotten that silence is a powerful thing. Because if he's not saying anything, then that makes us really start to wonder, like, crap, he's really serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it just seems like this whole thing with Roman is not going very well.
It's not. I predict that he's definitely probably not gonna have the belt tonight. After tonight, they gotta go into Mania with something.
Yeah, Mania overhaul. But this leads to tonight, which is the Royal Rumble tonight on the WWE Network, which now because of what happened between Triple H and Roman at TLC, Vince has put the title on the line, which hasn't been done since that Royal Rumble back in I forgot what year, but it was the one
like
where
92 or something.
Yeah,
Flair.
92 with Flair.
And see, that's the thing. It's never Flair didn't actually. It was just up for grabs, but this time it's actually being defended. This is interesting.
Yeah, which is Solomon's favorite Royal Rumble, where Flair won the title.
Yeah.
But so this is going to be pretty interesting. I mean, it has been done before. I mean, not for the title, but when one guy, I think Ray did it once when he was number one and he won the Rumble. Chris Benoit, what nobody really wants to talk about. He did it. I think he was like
Benoit did it, and
1, 2,
yeah,
and
I
he won.
forgot. Yeah, it was Shawn Michaels and somebody else.
Yeah, but so let's get into our Royal Rumble predictions. Might as well start with the main event. All right, this is how I see it. With the way things are going, we pretty much know that nobody. It's just going to be like a regular Rumble. It's going to come down to Reigns, and in my opinion, two people. It's going to be Reigns, uh, Brock Lesnar, and surprisingly, I think the surprise of the night is going to be Triple H is going to come in. And he's going to be number 30, and either Triple H or Brock is going to get the title, and then they're going to feud with Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's the base. That would be the base idea. Now, my prediction for this scenario is this. Okay, right now, the hypothetical. I have two predictions, two possible predictions. One prediction is very similar to yours. One prediction is very similar to yours. Which I'll just go with your prediction on my actual flatline prediction of what will happen should there be no surprises. But the hypothetical thing, because they're heading into Mania and they need to do something now, this is what I see happening. I see the Royal Rumble happening. Okay, there will probably be several surprise entries that we didn't think would be in there. Okay, there will come a point at which the Triple H will probably come in at either 30 or 29, but what I think will happen is if Triple H is not the 30th entry, it will be AJ Styles. I'm thinking it will be AJ Styles for this reason. Because right now, the best person to get Roman over in a main event situation should Roman make it that far. The best scenario if they still want to go with Roman, the best scenario is to have AJ come in. You have AJ, Brock, and Triple H and Roman in the ring. The scenario plays out to where, okay, Triple H is the first person to go over. Okay, because Brock is already upset because they put him in this Rumble. Vince has rigged this entire Royal Rumble to eliminate Roman Reigns. He's rigged it. He even forced Stephanie. Stephanie even forced Paul Heyman to tell Brock, "You're in the Rumble. You're in this Rumble." Brock didn't want to be in the Rumble, so I'm seeing Triple H being the first victim. Okay, because Brock's pissed to even be in this thing. Brock just won a title shot. So now you have Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, and Roman Reigns. And what I think will happen is that one of two things will happen. Either I know that somehow Brock Lesnar will be eliminated, and what will happen is either this. Either AJ will win the title and Roman will chase him to WrestleMania, or Roman will keep the title and it will be a WrestleMania main event where you have, like they did last time with the three-way between Brock, AJ, and Roman. You'll have that kind of thing happen. They're gonna try to get something going there if they, in the hypothetical sense of what would happen, because they need a draw. They need this WrestleMania to be a draw. They need a main event that's gonna draw. They can't put Roman Reigns back in there with Brock Lesnar in a single situation. They can't put Roman Reigns in there with the League of Nations. They can't put Triple H and Roman Reigns in the ring as the main event of WrestleMania. That's just not going to draw enough. That won't be enough. But you put AJ Styles in there, and you put Brock, and you can put Suplex City in there, and then you put Roman in there, and Roman, and they're both of them are able to make Roman credible. When you put both of them in there, it will make a good match. If you put AJ in there with Roman, AJ can still make Roman look good. Either way, the best business choice for hypothetical would be to let it be AJ Reigns. But because then if Reigns chases Styles for the title, if Styles gets the title, then Reigns has to. Then you have a situation where Ambrose and them can team back up. Ambrose, and whenever Rollins gets back, they form the Shield and they have to fight and they go after the Authority. But the Authority starts amassing the Bullet Club. So it's the Bullet Club's members of the Bullet Club versus the Shield. That would be your best case scenario of the next couple of months, is just to have the authority using the Shield and the League of Nations to stop the roster with the Shield leading the roster, because the Bullet Club versus the faces of the roster would be the best possible draw with Roman Reigns coming down to AJ Styles. You know, that's the best thing to do with all these injuries. I mean, that's the best business choice they can make. Sometimes you gotta to make an omelet, you gotta crack some eggs. It's gonna cost them a fortune to get all these guys over, but that's their best scenario. I mean, that's the only moneymaker I can think of to get out of this. But other than that, the realistic one is the one you just suggested.
Yeah, but hopefully we get to see how this plays out. And like Daniel Kevin Kid just said about AJ getting signed this week, which is surprising because with the injury that AJ had over in Japan with his back, I was surprised that WWE would look past that. But like California Kid said, desperate time causes desperate
Yeah.
measures. But still, back injury is very serious. But they signed AJ. They signed Doc Gallows, which everybody remember as Festus.
Yeah.
When he was in WWE, he was part of the. What was
He was
that?
teamed with that other guy. I can't remember the name though.
No, he was part of CM Punk's. What was it?
Yeah, he was. I don't remember the name.
God, I should know.
It's been so long ago.
Is dang, I can't remember.
CM Punk's little yeah.
Start with S, but But and who else was it? I forgot. Is the Japanese star?
Saints and Sinners. Oh.
The other guy they signed.
Oh, you talking about yeah. They signed Nakamura, which was a
Nakamura.
surprise. Yeah, they did sign Nakamura, which was great, and I don't know what they're gonna do with Nakamura, but at the moment, I think that's a good signing. They're gonna use him in some capacity.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think they're gonna use AJ because of the whole thing with TNA now throwing their hat in and saying about AJ was they were talking with AJ and they agreed. AJ agreed to come back, but somehow AJ's lawyer found out. I mean, not lawyer, but agent found out and got mad because they apparently signed a contract with TNA, and it was without his permission, and then they reneged on it and went to WWE. So that might throw a wrench in AJ's plans to go to WWE. But we shall see. But because Vince probably don't give two flying fucks with
Yeah, he doesn't
TNA.
care. Yeah.
And no Dixie Carter, it probably won't hold up in court.
No.
But let's talk about the other matches on the card. I think, if I remember correctly, it's a last man standing match between Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens for the IC title. I'm gonna go with Ambrose. It'd be too early to get put the title on Kevin Owens, and plus with Sami Zayn coming back, I'm pretty sure they're gonna pretty much start out the feud with him and Kevin Owens again.
Yeah, there's a
Soon.
revenge. There's a little revenge situation going on there. They have to play out.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be not too soon tonight because a lot of people are like, they might start it at the Rumble, but I say we got like 3-4 months before Mania. I say about the second month they might start this feud to lead up to WrestleMania between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But I'm going with Dean Ambrose.
It's got it's probably Dean.
Probably gonna be match of the night.
Probably.
Next match is for the Divas title. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. Pretty good build up.
It's been a good build up.
I like Charlotte as a heel. She's better.
She's doing. I like this. I'm actually liking this. I think this is good. She's not getting buried in her father's shadow. Honestly, I think this is a good thing. I think this. I don't care what anybody says. This is working. I just feel like. I think this could compete for match of the night if it's worked right. If they work this match right, this could be match of the night. If they get it right. If they don't, if they play it out the way it needs to be played out, this could be a good match.
Yeah, and the time is now for Becky Lynch because now the focus is on her. With Sasha being injured, Because I'm pretty sure when she comes back, they're gonna throw her into the WrestleMania if they are gonna have a women's match, which I hope they do at WrestleMania. So it's pretty much her time to try to build herself up with both Sasha and Paige out. Paige out with a
Yeah.
concussion. So it's pretty much Becky Lynch's time to pretty
Becky
much
needs to
show
seize this right now. Becky,
what she's made of and trying to get herself over. And hopefully, both her and Charlotte can put on I would say a 5-star and or 4-star match because this is probably gonna be her only time to show
this
everybody what she got.
this will be our only chance because Sasha. Here's the thing. Becky Lynch, she has an amazing technical acumen, and she can pull off some pretty technical moves. She can pull off some pretty fancy stuff in there. Now is the time to pull it all out. Now you just like you did in that match with Charlotte before. You got to do this now. That match with Sasha Banks. You gotta do this now. You gotta do it like you did in NXT. This got to happen now because if you don't do it now, you're gonna miss it. Because as soon as Sasha gets back, they're gonna push Sasha to the top because fans have been complaining that Sasha's been overlooked. Like they've been protecting her and keeping her on SmackDown, keeping her away from the championship because they don't want to use her yet. But I mean, when Sasha Banks hits the scene, it's going to be over. I mean, when Sasha Banks is the scene, that title's not going anywhere.
Yeah. And plus, also, one of from Sheamus, Becky Lynch actually cares about, the title. I mean, another part with Sheamus, dude didn't even get pissed that he got beat for the title. He just went on about his business, and he didn't come out and demand a rematch. He said, that was a fluke.
Well, he just I think it was because he was a little when you start doing that, like you kind of incur the wrath of Vince McMahon because you the character I'm talking about kayfabe wise, he can't do that because he kept promising Vince McMahon he was going to do it and he failed. So when they do that, they have to kind of fade off a minute before they can really come back and do something about it, because if they do that, then Vince will do something terrible to them.
Yeah, but I did like when Becky, said that I'm going to take your title, I'm going to take your arm, with Charlotte. That was awesome, and that needs to be a lot more used in WWE because it adds more to the title and stuff like that.
WWE has I feel like they have an internal conflict with the writers because I think half the writers are siding with the talent in the fact that they need to invoke more realism in the feuds. Then the other half is siding with management. The other half is siding with management because they're the publicly traded company and they're like we need to be a little bit more kid friendly. Yeah, so you have a split.
Well, I don't know how you be kid friendly when you got Nikki Bella coming out slamming with a fishnet dress, showing off her bra and her panties. That's supposed to be kid friendly. I don't have a problem with that. No. You talk about you keeping it PG, but you got a grown woman coming out.
No, those are the agents doing that. Those are their agents telling them the dress for that. Like that backlash heads a whole different direction. But like management and there's all these little clashes going on. You can watch on air. You don't even have to be working there to know what's going on. You can watch what's going on. Management, like upper management, is trying to appeal to the network. Because the network and the stocks is they're publicly traded companies, so they have to be open. They have to dud down stuff in the attitude era. The other half of the company is trying to pull ratings. You still have a contingent in the company that is doing everything they can to pull ratings. There's management figures and people that have their own little cliques and they're trying to pull ratings. They're saying, look, screw what they say over there and the other and build and the other side of the building. We're going to do this, and they can just fucking eat it because we need these ratings. Vince McMahon is putting pressure on them to get ratings, but also Vince McMahon is putting pressure on the other side. See, you have to play. You got to think. Vince McMahon is probably has to be two-faced about this right now because he has two warring factions. He has to satisfy the PG contingent, and he has to satisfy the ratings hungry contingent at the same time, while not crossing line. But it's stupid though because really the money making thing is to just go edgy. It's to go back to attitude. But I guess the ambition of making the WWE Network appeal to the wider audience is just to appeal to the younger audience to try to keep the audience growing.
I think it's like someone said And I even listened to it, where Stephanie was at a conference and she pretty much said that they were trying to be like Disney and they trying to be as big as Disney, which is far fetched and not gonna work for WWE.
But see, Disney is able to have to kind of split itself up and satisfy all its audience because they have specific niche programming. Like Disney owns Miramax, I believe. Miramax puts out some pretty edgy shit. Like
Well, Marvel put out some
yeah,
edgy
that's what I'm
stuff.
saying.
I
I'm saying,
mean,
but see, Disney also has an entire other companies, has an entire other contingent of companies that put out products to a whole different audience. WWE doesn't have several different audiences that they're trying to satisfy with several different companies. They have one company.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
My name is Scott McGrath. The day before my 8th birthday, I fell in a pile of fire ants and suffered significant wounds on over 70% of my body. Since that day, I have made a solemn vow to kill every insect on planet Earth. I hate them with the passion of a religious zealot. Speaking of religion, of all the biblical plagues, I hate the locust plague the most. For the last 12 years, my white-hot rage has materialized in the form of my business, McGrath Pest Control. I have harnessed this unforgivable intolerance of insects and released the wrath of my fury on bugs in and around the homes of Houston. I will kill those bugs in any way that I can. Chemicals, my boot, my bare fist, or any other object that can end the life of an insect. Call 281-469-8240 and give me the honor of killing bugs at your house. I also hate rats and spiders. Go to McGrathPestControl.com.
and we're back. Sorry, guys, but we finally got the birthday boy on the line with us. Happy birthday, Pike.
Still on the phone, so not much has changed.
Yeah. So how it feel to be? What are you? 32?
No, I'm 34.
Whoa! You older than me?
Yeah, you didn't know that? I was born January 24th, 1982. I'm 34 years old.
What?
You didn't know that?
No, I thought I was.
I was held back a few years in high school.
Sorry. Well, I was too.
I'm 32 years old.
I know you are because I am older than you.
I had you going though for a second though, didn't I?
No, because I know I wasn't. I'm not that crazy.
Well, to answer your question, it feels good. I'm glad I'm not as old looking as BD is, so that's nice. I feel the gray hair and the pain in my back. So, yeah, I'm happy to be alive at 32 and still getting drunk.
Yeah.
So
Well,
thank you guys. Thank you for all the birthday wishes filling out my Facebook. And it's always funny having a Facebook page when it's your birthday and you gotta see all this long line. And it's always funny when it's people you barely talk to telling you happy birthday.
yeah.
And then, you're just doing the usual TY, appreciate it, thank you, TY, so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Parker, let's get your opinions. We talked about the Royal Rumble since it's tonight. Let's get your predictions about who's going to win the Rumble.
Sure. Well, it just feels like, does it feel like, compared to other Rumbles, it just doesn't feel as hyped as other Rumbles?
Nope.
Like saying no, like it does feel hyped, or no, it doesn't feel hyped?
No, it doesn't feel like it's been hyped.
It doesn't feel, usually with the Rumble, it's my favorite thing.
You're unsure.
It's mystery, it's a surprise, and the fact that they focused it on Roman Reigns being the one versus all, it feels like Twisted Metal, the last Twisted Metal game, we can only play as 3 characters,
Yeah.
You can't be anybody else. I don't know, maybe that's a weird analogy, but it would be so easy to say Roman Reigns, to say that he's going to win 2 years in a row, I do expect at least one title change tonight, but I don't think it'll be out. So I guess I'm gonna go with Roman. It would be great if Bray won, but it's probably gonna come down to Roman and Brock. So I guess I'm gonna pick Roman.
Actually, somebody at work said that they wanted Wyatt to win, but I don't see that happening.
I think it's interesting that he's starting to get some pull. You know, he put down Brock and Roman in them, and Raw. So that's interesting.
Yeah, but
my personal, because we always pick the one we want. We pick the win, and we always pick a surprise pick. So I guess my surprise pick would probably be Owens.
you really think they're gonna give it to Owens?
I think he deserves it out of anybody.
I don't think he's at that point yet where they'll give it to him. I think.
But
I think that, like I was telling California Kid, I think they're gonna have him face Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. So, I hope that one day he would. But
I just think if he doesn't win the Rumble, he's at least gonna win Money in the Bank.
yeah, but so you picking Reigns and surprise?
Yeah, going with Reigns. Actually, you guys hold on. Hang on a second. Okay, hold on. Don't go anywhere.
And Reigns, like I said, if Reigns wins it, you got a situation where, like, okay, if Reigns wins, then just continues to feud the Authority to be more desperate to get after him. What do they do? Like, Reigns retains the title under these circumstances where Vince McMahon has rigged the entire Rumble. Brock gets angry. Brock forces a title match at Mania because he threatens he's going to crush Reigns. He demonstrates it throughout the time to get to WrestleMania that he can crush Reigns. They get to WrestleMania, and Reigns somehow overcomes it. But the only way that's going to work is if he wins the audience's favor. If Reigns completely wins over the audience's favor, like something would have to happen between Rumble and WrestleMania. Something would have to happen to totally make Roman Reigns look like a complete underdog against Brock Lesnar and to get us emotionally invested in Roman Reigns' plot. That's the only way that's the only way I see it going, Roman Reigns winning the Rumble. Like, putting him up, we've seen Triple H fight person after person to try to hold him down. Running a Daniel Bryan situation is not going to work here. Not with Roman Reigns, man. Not with Roman freaking Reigns.
Yeah.
It's just not going to work. Daniel Bryan was a different person, a completely different kind of person. Roman Reigns doesn't have me that emotionally invested in him. Not like that, no. I don't know, man.
Let's get back to what we were talking about before Pike comes back. So, did you make a prediction about Becky Lynch or
honestly,
Charlotte?
Honestly, the best option would be to okay. The winner is not so much the case here, but I predict honestly right now, if they want to start increasing the title runs, yeah. Honestly, if they want to,
the wife told me she had a show out at Dairy Queen. You know how Dairy Queen director is.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Bunch of dumbass high school kids. I tell you what. I weep for the future.
Well, that's
now I know how that waiter felt like in that Ferris Bueller's Day Off movie when he goes, "I weep for the future."
Yep.
I like that movie. That was a good movie.
Yeah, that's my, like I said, my pick's Reigns. My surprise pick is Owens. What did you guys say? Who's your pick?
Well, I thought it's either going to be Triple H or Brock win the Rumble.
Why am I hearing Triple H so much?
Dude, he's been out. It wouldn't be a shot that Homeboy comes in at like number 30 and screws Reigns over.
For revenge, yeah.
Not now. One, let's stay focused on NXT.
Yeah, but they're in desperate times, man.
They're in desperate times right now.
And like I said, they might do Brock. They might have Brock win the title, but if they can't have Brock, then the only best thing that they can do is put it on Triple H and have him face Reigns at WrestleMania.
If they put it on Brock, it'll be because of Triple H. Triple H will cost Reigns the title.
So we all agree it's going to at least come down to Roman and Brock. It's not Triple H, right?
Yeah, it's probably going to come down to Roman and Brock, realistically.
Well, I did say the final three would be Brock, Triple H, and Reigns. I don't know who the fourth one might be.
Fourth one's a wild card.
You don't think it could be like
Sheamus.
the final four.
They're not gonna do Sheamus again.
Sheamus will be the fourth man. He'll probably get eliminated.
It would not surprise me.
Sheamus will be the fourth guy, and he'll get eliminated. And then Brock Lesnar will eliminate Sheamus. Brock Lesnar will.
And then Ambrose should probably be the fifth last five.
Yeah, it'll be Ambrose, and what'll happen is Ambrose will get eliminated. Ambrose and Sheamus will get eliminated by Brock Lesnar.
Right. Okay.
That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. All right. And then, did you have a surprise pick?
What is your surprise pick?
Yeah, surprise picks are fun. Come on.
Well, I already said my surprise pick was Triple H.
Yeah, your surprise was Triple H.
Okay.
Mine was AJ Styles.
Woo!
I know. When I started. Go ahead. Yeah, when I started talking about this, I was saying that this was my hypothetical situation, is that AJ ends up winning the Rumble because they need a huge draw for Mania. But with the whole thing with TNA, I was just like, maybe then that's why I said hypothetically, that's my hypothetical surprise that AJ Styles is the wild card. But because I could think of no one else that could get this main event over in WrestleMania. Right now they've done everything. Like the only really money-making option is to shock the hell out of everybody and have AJ win the Rumble. And then have AJ face...
It's just so fun imagining if Balor wins it, if he's in it and wins it. Imagine that WrestleMania entrance.
Oh my God. That would be the shock of the... That would shock the hell out of me. If Finn Balor wins the Royal Rumble, and wins the championship, and he's the NXT end, man, I will go nuts. I just go nuts.
I can't imagine how crazy that is.
If he's even in the Rumble.
Yeah. If he's in it and he wins this, I'm going to go nuts.
I say that because I expect at least 2 NXT guys are going to be in it.
Okay.
They're probably going to be more than 2, depending on how...
Here's another
depending on all the people that they miss and they're out, and how many people they can get in for a surprise guest spot, I would say it'd be more than 2.
I was thinking Zayn and Balor.
Here's a radical move that WWE can make to appeal to get more Japan involvement. I'm gonna say this. It may sound like blasphemy. Believe me, I'm not going for that. I'm just saying it because no one has said it yet. It's ridiculous. The idea itself is completely ridiculous. But Tommy wins the Rumble.
Tommy's still injured, dude.
He is? I thought he was done. I thought he was okay now.
No, he's still in like rehabbing.
Dang!
I just killed your theory. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, well, it's true. I mean, if it's true, it's true. I didn't know he was. I thought he recovered by now.
No, he's getting there, but he's not 100% yet. So they want to take their time.
Yeah, they have to.
You don't want to just throw them back out there like that.
Well, they did with Cena.
Fair point. But it's Cena. I mean, and then I just would it'd be cool, like Balor. But I like it was a good theory though, Tommy. I like how no one has considered Corbin at all. Isn't it crazy to see that Corbin couldn't do this?
No. Corbin would never win this.
God, he sucks.
No, he doesn't. I mean, okay. He's no Jordan Gable. I'll say that, but I dig him.
Corbin's missing. I like Corbin, but he's missing too much. He's missing way too much.
Like what?
He is missing. It's more to his work form. There's a lot of things in his working form that I'm noticing he's missing. For a big man, he's missing a couple of things theoretically and character-wise. He's missing a couple of little elements, and it's just the fact that I've watched these matches, like especially the one with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe made him look great, but he still hasn't. I don't know if he can still make it on his own yet. He just has a bunch of strong workers around him. That's why he's getting over. He's got a presence. He's got presence. He's got the presence, man. I'm gonna give him that. Corbin, he could make it. It's just I just don't see it happening just yet. What do you think, Corbin, man?
Right now, the dude sucks.
Yeah, he's not there. He's not there.
He's not there yet by any stretch of the means. At London, when he faced what's the dude's name?
Oh
Alpha,
yeah, he was a little outworked there. He
and
was really outworked.
the match with Joe was only good because of Joe.
Yeah, Joe carried him through that one. Joe did carry him through there.
Oh my God, you're right.
Joe carried him. I mean, even like Apollo and Joe. Like I said, the only reason he's still over is because he's been in there with some strong workers. What killed his build was that feud they threw him into with Bull Dempsey. It was so significant of a blow to him that I remember it. I actually remember the match. It happened. When he feuded with Bull Dempsey, that's what killed his run. That's what killed his build. And they've been trying to recover him. He was exposed. He was totally exposed when he faced Bull Dempsey.
Yeah.
He got exposed. That's why Bull Dempsey was kind of bumped down to kind of almost jobber status. He's not jobber necessarily, but he's almost there. Because he kind of blew that. The pressure wasn't on Corbin. The pressure was on him to get the match over. You know, because they gave Corbin's first loss to Bull Dempsey, which was kind of a bad move. He costed him his first loss in that tournament match, and then started this feud, and it just didn't pay off. It just didn't work. It wasn't intense enough. It didn't work. You know, and Corbin was exposed. You know, it's just like what happened with the Ascent. When you have a week, when you get exposed, like that's what happened to the Ascension. That's why they're back down to jobber status. The Ascension is jobbing right now. Like the Ascension is jobbing to get people over now. They've been reduced to jobber status because they failed on Raw.
Well, it's not their fault. It's more the creator's fault.
It is creator's fault.
Ruined that whole concept. If they're in NXT, they were serious.
That's what I'm saying. Like when they got on Raw,
They were a great team. It was a great stable at one point.
they weren't. Well, the thing with Ascension, they weren't when they got on Raw. They weren't as intense as they were on NXT. They were softer on Raw. That first debut match, I still remember it. It didn't live up. It just didn't.
I compare it to like when London and Kendrick got traded to Raw.
Oh God.
Remember SmackDown?
That was
shit.
Yeah, that was a bad move. They should have never went to Raw because they got watered down really quick.
SmackDown was so perfect for them, and then when you went to Raw, it just completely crashed the bun.
Oh yeah, it was over. It was way over.
Yeah. But
Okay.
let's get
So
your
next match.
is it a last man standing match between Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose for the IC title?
Yeah, it's for the title. Yeah.
Your pick.
I see this feud going all the way to WrestleMania, so I'm thinking Ambrose.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
And Becky Lynch and Charlotte for the Divas title.
I'm hesitant because, like I said, one of these titles are going to change hands. Like, is it really Becky's time now? And I don't want to, like, the two main matches I was deciding was between this one and the tag team one title match. And, it's going to be at least one title change. I'm hesitant to say Becky. I think I'm going to go with Becky.
Yeah, I want to go with Becky too. I just hope that it lives up to Asuka and Emma. And let's stop for a second and talk about it. That match on TakeOver London was fucking awesome.
They buried everybody else on the card.
That match was fucking awesome, and I think I got a new love too. It's Sasha and Asuka.
Yeah, Asuka.
Is that their name?
Yeah.
I thought it was Asuka this whole time.
No, it's Asuka.
Well, thank you guys.
It was, but man, like that match was a thing. That was wrestling. That was some good wrestling. That was some amazing storytelling. The timing, they had the timing perfect. It was amazing. It was a teeth grinder, and I remember a few people were saying they forgot that Emma was that good. Like Emma was.
Do you forget that Emma is actually a really good wrestler?
Yeah, people forgot that Emma could work. Like people forgot, like because she's been playing this heel, and she's been this bitter heel. People don't remember that Emma can actually wrestle really good.
Yeah, but that was a pretty solid match and was match of that whole pay per view.
It was mad.
And was I the only one wishing that Oscar could finally, put some sense in Alicia Fox and know how to do a spin heel kick? Because her kick is what it should be. What it should be.
Yeah,
it's probably. I mean, I want her about it. Beat the shit out of Del Rio for using that finisher. I hate that Del Rio uses that.
Do what finisher?
Yeah, Del Rio shouldn't be using that. That's stomp.
Oh, but I got a question for you. This sounds perverted, but fuck it. Which one do you think is harder? Which ass bump you think is harder, Oscar's or Naomi's?
No, thanks for making a male chauvinist pig, Big D.
No. Okay, there's some legitimacy to this. I think that the reason why we're talking about asses hitting you like really hard.
That's the title of today's episode. Some asses will hit you.
Okay.
What was that?
They'll bump and grind and hit you.
Okay.
Well, I give it Naomi. I say Naomi.
I don't know though, because like black women have naturally softer butts. They're bigger, but they're somewhat softer. You're talking about Asuka. Her ass is probably a lot harder. It's got size, but it's harder. It's probably a lot more tougher. I don't know, because it's like getting hit. It's like getting hit by a giant. Like what Naomi. It's probably firm, but it's softer than Asuka. Come on, Peter. Somebody work with me here. I'm really getting serious about this.
You really paid attention to this.
Well, like I said,
Well, Naomi seems like she don't have a problem with people talking about her ass. Hell, she had Big E. She was sitting on Big E's back.
Naomi loved that shit.
I mean, she was sitting on Big E's back during that whole Madden finals. And I'm surprised Jay was pissed off about that shit. Dude even took to Twitter to even say that he had his woman on his back.
Man, I'm telling you.
But that match was just freaking awesome, and it just
amazing,
goes to show you like what the hell is going on, because TakeOver once again is a lot better than most of the pay-per-views on WWE.
Triple H is trying to tell Vince McMahon to give me the reins. He's trying to tell Vince McMahon, look, I've got this. Let me handle this, old man. I've got this. That's what he's trying to tell him. Triple H will continue to crush the other shows as much as he can until Vince McMahon finally concedes. He will crush Vince McMahon until he finally concedes. Triple H is ready to take this company. He wants the company. That's why I think he when they gave him the reins of NXT, Triple H said, "All right, I'm gonna turn this piece of coal into the shiniest fucking diamond in the world." And he said, "And then I'm gonna use it to pretty much crush everything my father-in-law puts out until my father-in-law finally just concedes and says, my son-in-law has this. My daughter and my son-in-law can handle this." I think that's his goal. It's just to show Vince McMahon, look, I can make you money.
We shall see. But let's get to the other match, the tag team title match, the Usos versus the New Day.
New Day.
You think so?
I'm thinking New Day. Wait, did you all say Becky too?
Well, I said Becky. You said Becky.
Finish, yeah. I think Becky. I think it's Becky's time. If she doesn't do it now, she never will.
Yeah.
So getting ready for Sasha and Bayley.
Yeah.
But I say New Day. Even with the broken trombone, they'll still got it. That's drama done right.
The New Day, they're smart. They're gonna take their losses during the weekly shows. But when it comes down to, they pull out all the stops when it comes down to pay-per-view time. They will do whatever the hell they have to do to keep them belts. They're gonna do whatever they gotta do.
It's just great. It's it's still great to see them go and be successful and doing their thing, you know.
I'm happy they're doing well.
Yeah, especially with Austin Xavier Woods having both this and up, down, down.
Yeah, that's
Can
going
I
on
just
good.
say, I really want Jack Swagger to win that tournament.
Only Seth motherfucking Ross can make Jay Cutler worth a damn.
I feel like now I was watching this like, now why can't this be Swagger on Raw? It's like I love this guy. I can't stand Swagger on Raw, but other than that, I love him. I mean,
What you thought about the halftime show?
Loved it. Well, it surpasses Watch Moto. This is my favorite YouTube show. I mean, and it's great, and that was one big ass trophy.
Yeah.
I mean, Seth Rollins with a broken damn leg won the match. He's just a born winner. He just has to win. I mean, shit.
He's a winner, yeah.
He's a winner.
He's a man who wins.
But,
like I said,
I get what you're saying with up, down, down, and New Day. This is great. Is it really funny? Wouldn't it be funny if one of them won the Rumble?
Yeah, be stretching.
Or at least hoping to see what kind of crazy move Kofi does this year.
Yeah, but they probably gonna do something all together now. They might. They're gonna come up with something.
Yeah, they have to. That's tradition.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah, but I'm picking New Day.
I think they might give it to the Usos. I'm gonna be honest, man. I go with the Usos.
Wasn't they the ones that beat them last time?
Yeah, but
the Usos have had their time. I think they will get another title run, but I don't know about now.
If he hadn't gotten injured, I could have totally seen Lucha Dragon beat him.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, but what you picking, Kevin?
It's gonna be the New Day. Like because the fact that the Usos if the Usos win the belts now, if the Usos get the belts now, they like what's gonna happen? New Day's just gonna chase them until Mania? No, they're gonna do something dirty, and because they have to. Well, they could go into the next pay-per-view between now and Mania and try to get and try New Day could try to get titles back. But I honestly think that they're just gonna give the Usos the ultimate victory at WrestleMania.
That I do believe. Now that I can see happening.
I don't know if they're going to give it to them now. I don't know if they would do that now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hesitant because I'm hesitant with the Raw as is, but there's got to be at least one title change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and it's crazy because these are all great champions, so
Yeah, they got some good champions. It's just.
And half of these matches, these are going to be rematches for next month anyway.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I just don't know if the Usos are going to do this. I don't know if they're going to allow it. I don't know if they can allow the Usos to get the belts right now. If they do, then the New Day is going to screw them out of it in the next pay-per-view, and then it's going to go back and forth till Mania.
Yeah. Well, speaking of back and forth, that leads us to our next match. Kalisto versus Del Rio for the U.S. title, in which Del Rio won back on SmackDown after Kalisto beat him on Raw.
How pissed off should Kalisto be right now? I mean, that was fucked up.
Okay.
They just straight up Christian his ass, like they did what they did to Christian. But I feel bad for him. Like that was a great match. They have great chemistry and. At least give him a month with it, but I'm picking Del Rio.
Del Rio's going to do it.
They're going to give it back to Kalisto. They should.
Really?
They should give it back. It was a stupid move to take it off of him and put it back on Del Rio on SmackDown.
Here's the mistake. They should have never took the belt off him. They should have let Kalisto win it now. They should have never took the belt off Del Rio. That was a mistake.
That would have been great for the
They've been making
one of the night. That would be great.
They've been making crazy mistakes with Del Rio ever since WWE ever got involved with him. They've been doing stupid stuff with Del Rio, and I have no idea why.
So great to Latinos are taking over the U.S. title belt.
I just, my God, no, I'm talking about ever since the beginning they've been messing up Del Rio. He goes on this amazing undefeated streak and gets and his first, and he's a great heel, gets the Intercontinental title, and the first thing they do is let him lose to Rey Mysterio. Explain that. Like, he's beaten. I don't get that. That should not have been his first loss. It was an awful move. They've been doing so that rushed him to the title. They rushed him to the championship. That was dumb. They just do stupid stuff with Del Rio. They let some idiot like get away with like calling him a dishwasher or a freaking roof repairman, and then they let him get away with that for a couple of years until sales tanked in Mexico because Del Rio put a stop to that crap, and they had to rehire him and give him the U.S. title. They get it. It came.
I can't explain it. It's just they're just hot potatoing that belt.
They're hot potatoing Del Rio. I have no idea.
Hot potatoing everybody.
Not everybody.
But I'm going with Kalisto. They need to put the title back on. They put some new blood on there. You know, like I said before, Del Rio has been trash since he got back. Pairing him with Zev, which I don't understand, made no sense. And he just seemed weaker when he joined with the League of Nations. It's just been a shitty run with Del Rio. You know, it's just not as good as he used to be. But
they could have, if they brought him back after he got the title from Cena. They should have, after he won the title from Cena, he should have just did like he did with the Incarnate, just let him beat people. Let him be a heel. Let him go back to doing vignettes. Let him go back and just keep doing vignettes. Like, keep doing taunting vignettes and just let him be the heel. That would have been better. That would have been way better. You know, he could have played off of the whole Trump-Mexican border situation. He could have played a great heel, and he could have got, I mean, they kind of blew it on that one. Vince is friends with Donald Trump. I'd have made this a major storyline. Like, I would have brought in Trump and had him feud with Donald Trump. I would have really got real with this. They missed a huge opportunity there.
Mm-hmm. But that's pretty much the Royal Rumble card. Yeah. But you guys want to get into talk about the Jessica Jones season?
I would.
I gotta say that season was awesome. I won't say it's better than Daredevil, but it was pretty good.
It was dark. It was gritty. I love the writing. Not necessarily better than Daredevil, but damn good. I mean, that was Jessica Jones. David Tennant was amazing. He did a good job. He actually played a great villain.
You see, I thought story-wise it was better than Daredevil. Like character development. Now, action-wise, it didn't touch Daredevil.
No.
Because of the story and the characters, I thought I gave it to Jessica Jones. You know.
Yeah. I gotta say, Kristen really did her job as Jessica. She was awesome. I wish they could have done a little bit more with her, with let her fly and all that stuff. But it adds to the story when they reduce her powers. I can understand why they did it.
It did.
The guy that played Luke Cage was awesome, and
He
he
did
got
a
me
good
set
job.
up for.
I love that whole montage. They were screwing a lot.
Oh yeah, it was great.
That's all they did half the time was screw.
That was good. It was funny.
Yeah, but it kind of makes me wonder why they only got him to say "Sweet Christmas" instead of her.
Yeah, that's what
I never understood that. Why they only had Luke Cage say it instead of Jessica Jones.
She's supposed to say.
But David Tennant owned this damn show. It was just freaking.
You thought there was people that bring that up.
No, but it's true. He owned it. I mean, the whole Kilgrave character, he just made it his own, and all the crazy. I mean, the crazy shit he had him do. I mean, the dude with the blender, it was so tense when he had his dad, and he had his hand, telling him to put his hand in the blender, with the blender going. You're like, oh shit, they go ahead and chopped up. Then they kind of ripped off Daredevil where he had the dude had his shears and had him implanted in the face. And
when he told the guy to stand outside the club like forever.
and then they show when Jessica and Luke came out of the club, the dude was peeing on himself.
And the other comparison was like the troubled childhood, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't feel as bad for him as I felt bad for Kingpin on Daredevil.
Yeah. But
Kingpin, that was bad.
But
you get why these people are the way they are, you know.
And then how he fucked up his dad at the end. Had the one guy overdose on Drano.
Yeah.
And then had the other guy chop his dad's arms off and have him trying to chop it up at the garbage disposal. That was messed up. But I like the part where they were in the train station and you think it's Jessica in the hoodie, and then it revealed that it was Trish, and you're like, it's Patsy.
I remember this. Yeah.
I love Kilgrave, and I had to go, but that was pretty damn slick how she did that.
Yeah, but
how she killed Kilgrave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the way she did it.
That
yeah.
was fucking slick.
Yeah, she pulled that off. And, like, I did not think that was going to happen. Like, she pulled that off.
I didn't either. I thought he was going to win.
She acted really well because they gave a hint that she's a good actor. Like when she played that phone lotto lady, like she had been so stoic and so dead faced the whole time that the moment even look.
I know she's a great. I mean, you remember her in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
You know?
She yeah.
And so when she got the role, I was super excited. Like, this is gonna be good. She's gonna fucking be great at it. And then the Luke, I think I told you about it before, but the Luke Cage fight, it took care. She had to shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
He stopped. He didn't kill him. He just stopped.
That one scene with what's the name? God, what's the name from Daredevil that was King?
Oh, the nurse, yeah,
night nurse.
Yeah,
that was just awesome.
That was
especially
good.
how they had to fucking fix him up.
I love
if you move, if you fall, he dies. But it was a pretty good season. Trish was good. Hopefully they do Wildcat. You know, since they introduced her to the drug, that might be their loophole into putting her into the Wildcat suit. They had that guy Nuke introduced, so it's probably going to tie into the second season. They did get renewed for a second season.
Good.
So that's good. But they might have David Tennant come back in flashbacks, so he might not be completely gone from the series.
Yeah, it's just a question of when they're going to release it.
Yeah, it's probably going to be after Defenders.
They got a lot on their plate right now.
Yeah, they got Daredevil second season, Luke Cage, then Iron Fist, and then Defenders. Huh?
Have they even picked his plan that yet?
No, not yet. But all in all, it was a pretty good season.
Okay.
All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Since we got Pike on the line, I'm gonna give you a warning. It's gonna be spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
You're at your own risk about this. All right, pillows. We all seen it. Let's talk about it. Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Beautiful movie. Beautiful film. It was a beautiful movie.
Real great movie.
I want a BB-8 so bad.
Actually, we got it now, but it's like $80. Actually, hopefully I get the big display that we got at work, but they're having a lottery because I bet you somebody went behind my back and asked the boss. Because I did the same thing. I went and I asked them like, "Hey, can I get the BB-8?" Because they throw away the display, and I'm like, "Can I get the BB-8?" And she's like, "I don't know." And then I go to work the next day and they got the boss and they gonna have a rock. I'm like, God damn it. And I went to the boss and I asked, well, can I get Chewy? And she's like, no. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, that sucks.
But very good. It's past my expectations. Just all in all, great story. I like the character of Ren. And then
it's like DJ Abrams is the new James Cameron. He'll make it epic.
I do have some flaws though.
Of course you do. You always do.
Well, I did with the school about
Does
this.
he not? He always talks the good, and then he says, I have flaws.
Well, they're not big flaws.
What is it?
I'm not completely sold on Kylo Ren. He just seems more like an emo brat to me than more like a
Kylo
badass.
Ren. He was very
Kylo
He
Ren.
was a very emo. He was emo, but he was violent. You know, like when he destroyed that office.
The one problem I had with him is why couldn't they let him keep on the mask? If you're a fan of Darth Vader, you keep the mask on. Now I understand he had to take it off at the confrontation with him and Han. I understand that, but as far as like when he was interrogating Ren, why did he take all the mask? He should have kept it on.
I would say that he should have waited until the Han scene to take it off.
Yeah, it would have been better if he just kept it on until then. Then I would understand why he had to take it off. But I did like to see.
I was surprised that he did take it off. Yeah, I did not think it was gonna happen.
Yeah, and I did like the scene between him and Han and then trying out. And fuck you to that bitch that fucking ruined that part for me. That's stupid.
I have only one issue with the Han scene. There was only one small issue with that Han scene. I think it was just a little bit of a directorial error, maybe a little bit of post-production error. It was probably a post-production error, but really the scene after they've exchanged dialogue, like, and he looks like he's about to turn, like. That one moment in which he looks like Han won him over for that moment, it lingered too long. It lingered just a few seconds too long. It should have went there was a moment in that lingering that he should have already killed him. It was just a little too long. Maybe if they do like another release of the film, they need to cut that down. Like, they just need to cut those few seconds off because he should have already killed him at that point. It was just a little. It can't be like theatrical. It needs to be shorter because it's just a little bit too long that lingered.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was damn good.
But I'll give him another chance. You know, I hope they do better with the second movie with him and kind of build him up to a badass stance. But another problem I had was Captain Plasma. You know, I heard that they said they were going to try to make her into the Boba Fett of this series. And if that's the case, then they did a rotten job with her. I mean, she doesn't really do anything in the movie instead of
I think she's
orders.
only got started.
She yelled at Finn, and then she got owned by Han and Finn way too easily. And, that was it. And I'm like, if you're going to have her be the Boba Fett, she got to do more than that.
Yeah, she's got to be way better.
Like I said about Kylo Ren, in the second movie, they do better with her. Because in this movie, they kind of seem like they wasted.
I think Kylo Ren was. There are two factors that saved this movie for the actor who played Kylo Ren. Number one, Kylo Ren hadn't yet I don't feel like he completely had made the transition to the dark side.
Well, he was had
emo.
trained.
Yeah, he was emo. I feel like because he still hadn't done that one thing at the end of this movie. I think he was emo because of that. I feel like that's forgivable. The fact that he was emo and his face and everything could be forgiven for the fact of what just happened. Of everything that led up to that one moment. I get that. Okay. Second movie, he needs to make the first movie credible. Second movie, he does need to be badass. Then the second thing that saved the movie was the SNL skit. That there are fans arguing that should have been canon, but it's a parody, yes, but it was so damn good of a parody. For those of you who hadn't seen it, there was an SNL skit of Kylo Ren where it was Undercover Boss, and it was him at the Star Destroyer base, planet base, and he basically was just kind of posing as Matt, the radar technician, And it was so well done to the point where it actually looked like something like that. That's exactly what would happen in the Star Wars universe if they were to do an undercover boss. They did it really, really well. I advise everyone, it's the most highest viewed video on YouTube right now. I need to watch it. It's hilarious. It's genius, and it really plays off of his emo-ness, and it really made the emo-ness acceptable. It really made his emo-ness acceptable. It was probably one of the best SNL skits in years. It was really good.
And also, am I the only one that kind of is scratching his head about how the hell was Finn able to put up a fight with Kylo Ren with that lightsaber if he wasn't atoned with the Force?
I think it was more or less the. I think it had to do with the injury, with the Chewie injury.
My one gripe I had, I really thought Luke was going to do more.
Yeah, but they did it well.
I think that was good. I think him not saying.
They did more though. I mean, just that moment at the end of him just standing there and she's holding the lightsaber. I thought, at least say something.
No, they didn't have to say anything.
I've had people.
You talking about the seconds and how tiny the camera? It's just them looking at each other the whole time.
Because they would build tension.
It lingered.
You have a problem with that, but you have a problem with just the tiny seconds of Brandon Solo. I mean.
It lingered.
That was dramatic effect. That's what that was.
I admit, it lingered. Both of those scenes lingered a little too long. I wouldn't have had Luke. For me personally, people have said they want Luke to say something.
He was going to pop up during that fight scene with Ren and the girl.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was when Luke was going to. That was the moment Luke was going to pop up right there. But do you believe that theory that was Daniel Craig as that stormtrooper?
Actually, it was.
It was. It really was. It's been confirmed. It was him. It was Daniel freaking Craig.
That was great.
That's hilarious.
Some people didn't like that scene, but I love that scene where finally the Force finally got through to him and finally let her go.
I didn't have a problem with that scene. It was funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Make sure you drop your gun. I drop my gun. But I did like that. Huh?
Who is she?
She's related
to somebody.
They kind of went away from the books a little bit on this.
They pretty much killed every book that came out in the Star Wars.
Yeah, they just totally
after Return of the Jedi, everything is gone. They explained it they said Kylo Ren's like a mix of Luke's son and Layla's son in the books. Cause I think
they both had children. You see, there were two children.
Their son did. I think it was his son or Han's son that turned into Darth Sidious.
Yeah, it was Darth Sidious. Yeah, one of them turned to Darth Sidious. And what happened was they brought in what I think is looking like Darth Plagueis, but what basically the Emperor was supposed to be reincarnated. Emperor Palpatine was supposed to be reincarnated. There's supposed to be a whole bunch of
a clone base somewhere, and he came back to life because he had this clone base, and that's how he met Jade, and that's how they became couple and all that.
Yeah, and then there was also the issue of the fact that there's supposed to be the Maw. They were supposed to show the Maw complex that has the Death Star 3, the Sun Crusher, and the World Eater, or whatever, those 3 super weapons that the Empire was hiding in that black hole zone. They were supposed to show that at some point coming up, but I don't think they're even going to do that since they had the Star Destroyer. But they may do that. They may show that giant Imperial Star Destroyer is bigger than any other.
But like I said, they pretty much cut everything from.
That's something called the Black Star ship or something.
The books after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
But I did like this scene with Rey and Kylo Ren when they were going back and forth with the Force.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was
done well. And get back to what you were saying. What you were saying, how he was standing with Kylo Ren with the lightsaber.
Yeah, I was saying I think they may have played on the fact that Kylo Ren was injured and didn't, and he wasn't fully trained, so but
then he used it against that one stormtrooper.
You're right. I don't know. Maybe they just. I don't know why they allowed that, but I think maybe just to give a black character some strength in the series, maybe to appeal, because it's Disney. Maybe they did it for appeal. so that the black character wouldn't look totally weak.
Which I was kind of surprised when, he had him at the tree and he used the little tip things on his lightsaber. He stabbed him with it. I'm like, oh, so that's how you use it.
Yeah, see, that it's a hilt, so it's a hilt. So yeah, when you go to most other lightsaber duelers, they just kind of hold there and try to force the other saber toward the person. But in this case, all Kylo's got to do is just jab the thing into you.
Yeah,
it's like So when you get a lot of British people into a Star Wars movie, you're gonna have a kind of Excalibur kind of sword looking thing. You get a lot of Brits in there. They're gonna want their great swords. They love the great swords. You know how it goes. So yeah, that's to appeal to the English audience. I think they do most everything. I think they let Finn get some lightsaber action to appeal to the black audience.
And I think they did kind of pull a roll on everybody's face because they all thought Finn was going to be the Jedi.
Yeah, they fooled everybody. Yeah, with that was kind of that's the way they got. That's the way. Yeah, that was something. But they also kind of did something pretty effective with that, though. They really exposed just how many people would totally turn racist over that. Like, did you see the backlash when they? And it's amazing that even China strunk his image on the movie poster. It's like, what?
Oh, well, we got a lot to say about China, especially with Deadpool.
Oh,
but let's talk about Han Solo. Great, way to put him back into the movie. I was like, my so when the two gangsters came in, he's like, I had never lied to y'all before, and the dude's like, once, he did twice, and like, what did I do the second time? That was messed up. But,
he was funny, yeah.
But I was shocked as hell when he died, and
it
was a good scene, and it's just sad to see that Han went like that.
They always put the line in the Han Solo, and any film always somebody in the movie always says, "You're finished this time, Solo." They always say, "You're finished this time, Solo." Those words, "You're finished this time, Solo."
Yeah, but I just thought it was great to see Chewie. That one with Chewie was backing on the nurse, and the lady at the dive was like, "Where's my boyfriend?" Like, he's at the ship. But good to see Carrie Fisher as Layla. C-3PO, God, I just wanted to smack him. Like,
they brought back Admiral Akbar. Amazing.
Yeah. And then seeing R2-D2 finally wake up with BB-8 was there. And he was like rolling to him. That was awesome.
That was really good.
Like Pike said with Luke at the end, to me it was badass. I loved it. I mean, he was in the suit, kind of like members of
the old
Obi-Wan, and he did kind of look like Obi-Wan with more hair, and her, putting out the lightsaber. I liked it.
I thought Mark Hamill was good at that. I think the silence was good. I just think it lingered a little.
I just think that they had to do it like that because Mark Hamill, dude's been making more money being a voice actor and stuff that he hasn't done like physical work in so much time. So they want to probably give him like more time to get back in shape. Yeah. And then he probably do more stuff in the second movie.
I think they are giving him time to get in condition because they had to their credit in the Flash series, they wrote his character Trickster very cleverly to work on the fact that he wasn't really physically endowed at the time. He hadn't worked out well, so they had another actor play his kind of pawn as the Trickster and just let him be let him be pretty much the Joker as the Trickster. It was really good.
Yeah,
it was really, really good. I mean, he was good in that.
But all in all, I give it a. Oh yeah, let's talk about the bromance between Poe and Finn. What did y'all think about that?
I thought it was great.
I thought it was fun. It's cool.
It's great, man. I just kept looking at Poe and just thought like, wow, this is gonna be Apocalypse.
That was really cool.
Wait a minute, the dude that plays Poe is gonna be Apocalypse.
I told you this like twice.
Wow.
Yeah, that's gonna be Apocalypse. That's Apocalypse.
Damn.
Transformation. Movie magic.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, that's
but yeah, I love the bromance. That was great. And they seem like great BFFs. Yeah.
Yeah. But I give this movie I would say 9.5. It was great. A lot better than J.J. Abrams did with Star Trek. But I still going to see the
But
third one.
Yeah,
he
third one was
still did
good.
his thing with that, though.
Yeah,
He did a good job with that.
because I heard he was worried. Spielberg said he was worried about fucking up, which I can understand because if it was bad. Like the prequels, that would probably be the end of his career.
Yeah, I think Abrams turned down the job at first. He didn't want to take it. Like he did not want to do this. Like he was a Star Wars fan. He didn't want to do this. He's like, I'm not going to kill the thing that I love so much. He's like, crap.
Well, you can't kill it more than what
Lucas did. Like I feel like okay. The thing is, I didn't think the Phantom Menace was terrible, but I feel like there were a lot of things that kind of took away from what it could have been. Then, of course, everybody hated the Clone Wars one. Everybody hated the second one, but the third one to me had a lot of what made the third one for me were the third one really brought it all together, but it kind of did some things wrong. But then that Paradise Lost stylized fight at the end, it's still on countdowns. I think in time that's going to be one of the best fights in Star Wars just because of the way it looked. It was beautiful. I mean, it's now the definitive image of what it should have been between Obi-Wan and Anakin. I think it was a good fight. I think that was probably one of the better fights of the entire series. It was really good. I have the high ground. It's now a famous saying. I think the third movie is going to do a lot better than the other two. I think the third one's going to be remembered.
Well, I always said the third one was better.
Revenge of the Sith was good.
Flaws. It just had plot holes that made no sense.
It rushed a little too.
But the first one, I mean, the story just didn't make no sense. Jar Jar Binks just made it worse.
Jar Jar Binks was the real killer of the first one.
The second one, everything was good except for the love story between Anakin and Padme.
That didn't work.
There
was no chemistry there. It didn't work, and
and I don't blame what's the guy's name?
Hayden Christensen.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
It wasn't his fault. It was mostly Lucas and the writers.
Everybody blames Hayden Christensen. It's not Hayden Christensen's fault. Damn it. He was doing fine with everything else.
Hell, I liked it when he turned into Darth Vader.
It was great.
He was badass when he was coming up the steps finna kill the kids.
I loved it. I loved the march. The first ever Imperial March when they played the song. He's marching with all those soldiers. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And thank you, somebody, for not trashing the good stuff. The one problem I had with Revenge of the Sith, and I got to say this right now. The one problem I had with Revenge of the Sith is that opening fight scene between Count Dooku and Anakin. It was not written right. Okay.
And it took Dooku out in the beginning of the movie, which made no sense.
No, that would have been okay, but this is the problem with that fight scene. It made no sense. Okay, Count Dooku beat Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi at once by himself.
But it was years after that.
That wasn't about physical ability or anything. He was just fucking smart. He beat the shit out of them.
And plus, the Emperor had influence in the Anakin at the beginning of the movie.
He did. But for the fact that this man...
And he caught Dooku off balance. Because you saw Dooku's face.
Yeah, I know what happened, but I'm saying Count Dooku was built as a person who's already as old as he is. He would not be ready for stuff like that. It should have been harder than that. That was my problem. It should have been a lot more harder than that. It should have been more difficult than that.
Yeah.
That was my problem. It shouldn't have been that easy. It was too easy to me. It was way too easy. He gets angry and then all of a sudden he can overcome Dooku. No, it needs to be harder. It just needs to be a lot more difficult. Yes, he can get angry and become better, but still, it should have been better. It should have been longer. The fight should have lingered a little bit.
Yeah.
That was my problem with it.
But would you grade this movie?
I'm with you, 9.5. That was amazing. That was damn well amazing. It wasn't necessarily a 10, but it was damn near close. It was almost there.
Alright, what's your rating?
I give it a fucking 10. Once again, JJ, thank you for that, getting me interested in caring about a franchise that's been around for decades. two in a row, 2 times he's done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I give it a 10 just for me. Like, I'm a Star Wars fan, but obviously not as huge as you guys are. They all having a little essay about it. But thank you for bringing up Attack of the Clones like that. That was great. And taking me back to Jar Jar Binks. Thank you. I finally blocked that out of my head for years, but thank you for bringing it back.
Sorry.
Can't help with this future view. But yeah, I agree. That's not hating Christian, just numerically hate Christian. The nerdgasm moment of seeing him finally become Vader was just, my God. And, but yeah, I give it a 10. Me personally, it was great. Major props to Adam Driver and Kylo Ren. He nailed that. And, you know,
I'm still shocked that's a different
Timo
verse.
Wonder, who was funny, and I saw the whole SNL episode, by the way, C-Kid. It was very funny. That was the funniest one. That and him being Adam Driver being a lad was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was good,
And, it felt like, if you watch his interviews, it did feel like Harrison Ford was done with it. Like, you know.
Yeah, but they said that he's going to be in the.
He was ready to move on.
Yeah, but they said. Yeah, but they said he's going to be in the second one too.
How?
Flashbacks, I guess.
Where'd you hear that?
They said like they brought him back. He's part of the cast as episode 8. So
they don't change. They don't like it's not subject to change.
He's either gonna come back.
And I give it 10 major props, and he's fun. I love Finn already. I love Finn ever since that one movie I saw him in. He was a great black stormtrooper. And Ray was good. BB-8 was fantastic. It was had a nerdgasm at seeing Chewbacca, you know. And I avoided so many spoilers before I saw that movie, so honestly it was shocking. And then he put 2 to 2 together. That was his son. Like, and no one mentioned it yet, but how about, what was her name? The little alien down on the bar?
Oh, yeah, that was good, yeah.
Loved her. And loved that scene. You know, I was playing that music from Star Wars. Remember the dun 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 dun?
Yeah, that was great.
And it's like, and I can't wait to see. I hope it's good. Rogue One in December.
Yeah.
But still, even with J.J. Abrams' success with this, with Force Awakens, like, how pissed off do you think George Lucas is right now?
Very.
How what?
He has to be all kinds of.
I've read things where they threw out like they consulted him.
He's still getting money from this stuff.
Oh, he's pissed off because he's been consulting. Like they had him on consulting, and they had him come up with all these ideas for the film, but they didn't use any of them. That pissed him off.
Well, that's what happens when you sell it to another company. They just give it to you just to be nice.
Yeah. I think it's Disney.
He still got a writing credit though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, they still use Lucasfilm, so he still gets some profit from it.
Yeah.
But still, it feels like it's not really his baby anymore.
Well, it totally is Disney, but he still gets some credit.
Yeah, it's like what they did with Roddenberry. I suggest everyone watch that movie called Trouble on the Bridge. It's a documentary film about how Roddenberry's later involvement in the series went down. It was very crazy. But that's where Lucas is right now. He's they give you this building on the lot, and you're basically just there on the lot, and they just like people come to you for information, and you submit your ideas and everything, and they give you this idea that you have a lot of power, but you really don't. But you're just there, and you're just there because they need you to be a part of the formula to the film. And they don't need your ideas necessarily. They just want you as a part of the production. They just want you there you're like a magical charm to the production.
You're a prop.
Yeah, you are a prop.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's that time again to end it.
We don't know what it's at. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna reserve it now.
What? The DVD?
Yes, the DVD. What the fuck else am I talking about?
I don't know. Maybe BB-8.
I literally just said I'm ready to reserve that on DVD, Blu-ray.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I like how nerdy we are. We just bonded over Star Wars. Ain't that great? we're so awesome. We talked about Star Wars and booty,
Yeah.
and how much it hurts to get a booty in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're deep thinkers, mind you.
Yeah, we are. We are. We have a show of high quality here.
And on that note,
all about that ass.
And fine taste.
Jesus. Well, on that note,
And right quick, and screw the Academy for not nominating Ben.
nominate who?
Screw the Academy for not nominating a single black person.
You do know his name is Ben, right?
Fuck that. Fuck them for not nominating Luther.
Yeah, that was pretty mean.
Fuck.
You don't even know his name. His name is fucking Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Well, he's out. But still, fuck them for not nominating his ass.
Did you see that whole movie?
Not that movie, but I saw the first episode of season 4 of Luther.
We're not talking about Luther. We're talking about it was the Academy, it was the Oscars.
Oscars, whatever.
But
Fuck
let me clear. I just want I'm just saying that is a great movie. What the fuck is it called? I can't remember. The Netflix movie. The Africa Child Soldier movie.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We know what you're talking about. I don't know offhand.
I don't know the name, but I know what you're talking
Just
about.
eat or something.
It's called Beef of No Nation. That's right.
Yeah.
Beef of No Nation.
He should have got nominated. Ben should have got nominated. I didn't see the Will Smith movie, so I don't know. But fuck you, Academy, for not nominating this man.
Yeah, that was mean. That was pretty mean. But I will say this. Like, I think a lot of people, despite the whole thing about the black nominees not even being included, I feel like the thing that everyone just has in common is just there will be huge heat. The worst thing the Academy could do at this particular time is not give DiCaprio a single thing. Like,
it's not even the hashtag Oscars so white. They're just so lame. That's what it is.
Yeah. Like, if they screw DiCaprio again this year.
Anyone else beating DiCaprio is like, this is his year.
I hope it is. Cause
I was more pissed at the fact over anything, not even the black thing. I was more pissed at how the fuck did Peanuts movie not get animated?
Yeah. How do you?
No fucking sense.
What? Yeah, like what's up with that, man?
That's what the real protest needs to be about. Same thing last year when they didn't nominate that Lego movie. Forget the black actors. You need to be protesting the way they do animated films.
Some BS.
And what the? We talked about this before. See, kids. Can you believe? We talked about the song before. Can you believe they nominated that Sam Smith song?
Oh yeah, that I don't know why that got nominated. The Open the Spectre song. That was not the beginning of the song is great, but the rest of the song drags. It drags. The beginning of the song is like one of the best openings to a James Bond song ever, but then the song quickly dies. Like it dies fast. Like Sam Smith didn't put enough time. They didn't put enough time into the instrumental. Like it should have picked up a little at that point. It should have picked up just a little, or something should have happened. But nothing ever happens. It just kind of drags along after that.
Like those are the real controversies right there. And it will be even more controversy if they don't give DiCaprio this fucking thing.
Oh yeah, if DiCaprio doesn't win this year, it's gonna piss off.
But wouldn't it be cool if he Stallone win that thing?
If Stallone wins? If Stallone wins best supporting,
wouldn't that be great?
That'd be awesome. I would love that.
Yeah. Well,
I just wanted to. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to throw that up there.
Yeah.
Well, on that.
Have y'all seen Creed yet?
I need to see Creed.
Yeah, we need to see Creed.
Me too. All right, go ahead.
But on that note, we'll come to the close of No Triple Threat. Thank you for joining us.
We're getting pumped for the Rumble, baby.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Subscribe, like, spread the word. Thank you, God for the kid. Thank you, Pike, and happy birthday again.
Thank you so much. My birthday wish is to get a booty to the face, so yes.
Awesome.
And thank you, and see you later.